Hi guys, this is Ashley back with another video. Before we get into the video, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. So it looks like fans are accusing CardiB of waiting on Nicki Minaj, and that's why her second album hasn't dropped yet. Now, we definitely have discussed this before, but let me know in the comments. Do you feel like CardiB is waiting on Nicki Minaj? A lot of fans feel like it's kind of odd and weird that, a really hot artist like CardiB would wait 5 years for another album. Do I think CardiB is waiting on Nicki Minaj? No. I think Atlantic could be waiting on Nicki Minaj, okay? Because I don't think that CardiB could really be like, okay, I want to drop this date. I definitely think she has some control because I remember her saying that she did not want to drop an album while she was pregnant like she did the first time around. Okay? But I do feel like CardiB definitely watches Nicki Minaj. That has been exposed several times. And I also feel like CardiB likes her name attached to Nicki Minaj. Okay? Because if it's not attached, then she don't get no clout. As for completely waiting on Nicki Minaj in regards to the album, I think it's more of Atlantic. They want, the Nicki versus Cardi thing to start trending. And who did what first week, okay? I think it's more of they want CardiB to look more successful than Nicki Minaj. So that way the Queen title can get snatched from Nicki Minaj. That's what I think Atlantic wants to do, okay? Because at the end of the day, if you're a really hot artist, any really popping artist does not wait 5 years to release an album, okay? Adele didn't do that. When Adele started getting really, really popping, she released maybe, 2 years after her last album, but it wasn't no 5 years. She started doing that when she was already established and, she had more than one album out. Same thing with Beyonce. Beyonce used to release back to back. Same thing with Rihanna. But maybe she'll release, a single soon and then the album will follow, okay? All I'm saying is that she needs to drop it this year. Okay, don't try to be pushing nothing back. It needs to come out this year to really prove that you can stand on your own and you don't need Nicki Minaj. Because it seems as though Cardi needs that Nicki Minaj attachment for her to really thrive. Moving on to Jl0 and the Queen Bee. So a lot of fans are accusing Jl0 of copying Beyonce because she's doing a documentary about her halftime performance she did back in 2019 with Shakira. Now, a lot of people feel like it's the Sheen version of Homecoming and that she thinks that she's on Beyonce's level. A lot of people are saying that they did not ask for this documentary. So let me know how you guys feel about that. Now, Beyonce is not the only person that can do a documentary, okay, about a performance that she did. But I will say this. I think Jl0 thinks that she is on Beyonce's level when it comes to talent, even though she's not. I do feel like Jl0 is definitely big-headed, and she thinks that she deserves every award in the book, and she's always complaining about how she don't got an Oscar, or she don't got this, she don't got that. But in all actuality, Jl0 is just not as talented as Beyonce. Okay, so that's why she doesn't have as many accolades. Now, if we're talking about acting wise, I think that Jl0 to me is an okay actress. But when we're talking about music, she definitely nowhere close to Beyonce's level. She can't even sing nowhere close to Beyonce's range. She can dance. I'll give her that. She can do the cha-cha, but it's not really anything spectacular. No shade. But I don't think she was necessarily copying Beyonce because there's a bunch of celebrities that have documentaries, right? And she's doing a documentary on her own experience that she had, okay? Now, if Beyonce did a documentary about her performing at the Super Bowl, then maybe I can understand. But basically, she did a documentary on her homecoming performance which is kind of completely different. But I do feel like J-Lo is a little big-headed and she's not as talented as Beyonce. But she is a good actress. Moving on to Saweetie. I think Saweetie needs to get back with Quavo. Not necessarily for a relationship, but he was writing for her on her Icy EP. And I think that he would be a good asset to her future projects. Because at the end of the day, I think that Saweetie just needs a better writer. I think that Saweetie, she has a few bops. Do I feel like she's super talented? No. But I feel like it would be manageable. I think people would tolerate her a little bit more if she had a better writer. And I think since Quavo already was writing for her in the past, you can go check the credits, go check her Icy EP. I feel like why not just have a work relationship with Quavo? And I really don't see anything wrong with that. Especially if they keep it professional. Now, do I feel like Saweetie should mess around with Quavo again? Absolutely not. If he cheated on you once, he'll cheat on you again. And you don't have time for that. But working with somebody is not necessarily a bad thing. Is Normani going on a hiatus? A lot of fans are not too happy with Normani because obviously we don't have no music. Didn't she say a single was supposed to come out in May? I could have sworn that she said that. But anyway, I kind of feel like this in regards to Normani. I feel like Normani, eventually, I think she's going to get sick and tired of the music business. I feel like she's a little bit annoyed about how her label doesn't really push her, and they don't, no shade. And it's giving me more of a Zendaya type of vibe. Remember when Zendaya put out music and she started flopping? And now she's a full-time actress. She don't even be thinking about music. I feel like that could eventually happen with Normani, only because I feel like she's tired of the fans basically, complaining about her not really putting out any music, but she doesn't really control that, okay? Yes, she had 4 years, but her label is playing around because they want to push Doja Cat, but maybe since Doja Cat got a rest and get that throat better, okay, maybe they can finally give Normani some attention because at RCA, they only care about Lotto and Doja Cat for whatever reason. And I feel like a lot of fans are getting frustrated. And she did say a single was supposed to come out in May. Okay, it's May 21st, 22nd. Girl, you got roughly 8 days. Where is the single? And I also feel like Normani sometimes makes false promises. Like, girl, you knew you weren't going to be able to put out no single in May. Why did you even mention it? Okay, you should have just said coming soon. But I do feel bad for Normani because I do feel like her label is really doing her a disservice because Normani could be one of the most poppin' female artists out. She can do pop music. She can dance. Yes, she's not that great vocally, but most of these pop stars ain't. And she's a great performer, but they just don't care. And I feel like eventually she's going to get frustrated and she might be like, listen, I'm leaving the music business because it's not like there's a lot of money in it, especially if you're in a 360 deal. Okay? We just heard what Chloe said 2 months ago. The money comes from other things like touring, doing advertising, but it never really comes from actually putting out the music because most of these artists are in 360 deals. Moving on to Megan and Tory. Who has the song of the summer between Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez? Tory just dropped a new track, It Doesn't Matter. And I'll be honest with you, I kind of like the song. Now, I'm not a huge Tory Lanez fan, okay? Because I don't like the way he treats women. But I have to admit this song is kind of fire. But some people feel like Plan B might be the song of the summer. I don't feel that way when it comes to Megan's Plan B. It was a cute record, but it just not long lasting. I think that when it comes to Megan, the music never really speaks. It's never the forefront of Megan Thee Stallion's career, in my opinion, in recent years. I feel like the forefront is this case. And then I also feel like it's a lot of brand deals. That's the forefront of her career. Same thing with Saweetie. I think that the music sometimes get overlooked. and people forget. But it's not a terrible record. Okay, I don't think people can say that it's trash. I don't feel like it's right to say that Megan Thee Stallion is a terrible rapper, which I don't believe that is true. Do I feel like she's one-dimensional? Yes. I think that's another issue she's having. But saying that she's a terrible rapper, to me, that's a stretch. Anyway, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and have an amazing day.